Hey everyone, this is Tom. It's Friday evening. I came out to the dig site to see if I can drive all the way up here onto the site. I think I told you Dad had partial knee replacement. He's up and around, but we're a little worried about him crossing the creek, so I came out tonight to see if the Jeep is worth its weight, and it certainly is. Didn't have any trouble getting up that hill. So I think we can get him out here tomorrow. So the other reason that I'm out here this evening is, and for those of you who comment a lot about, why don't you guys dig deeper? And we've talked about how we hit clay at a certain point, but I've been keeping an eye on these features. And I've kept this one open, and tonight I decided to come out. And I'll tell you what, those of you that use a shovel for a living, good for you. That's some hard work. But I uncovered the feature, and looking in the viewfinder, it shows up really well. Now, one thing I did that was kind of dumb is I allowed some water to get in here, so it's kind of muddy down there. I'm trying to decide whether I wait till tomorrow, leave it open all night, hope it doesn't rain. What I'd like to do is get a couple good samples of charcoal out of that. I don't know. I don't think it's a fire pit. If it's a post mold, and maybe splurge and go ahead and have it carbon dated. I think it would just really lend some relevance and credibility to our whole dig if we had some sort of a time period on these. So anyway, so I'm going to do a little hand digging here, see if I can uncover the wet dirt on top of it, and see if I can get down into a dry layer. And if I see anything interesting, I'll turn the camera back on. Otherwise, we will be out here tomorrow morning. It'll be Mark and Suzanne and I and maybe Jenny. And our plan is to get Dad up here and have him stand next to the sifter for a little bit, and then we'll have a place for him to sit and rest. So if all goes well, you'll see us then. I'll get back to you. Okay, well, I'm back out basically trying to harvest some good pieces of charcoal out of this feature. I've got some decent pieces there, I think. This one in particular, let me pick it up with a glove. I think that one right there is going to be a good one. Pretty big piece. Piece here is just, let me see it again. Shows just little thin, there you go, pieces of charcoal wood. So I think we'll save that one too. Again, my idea here is to have that carbon dated, just to confirm some sort of an age on the site here. And it's a multicultural site, so many years of occupation. But at least we'll maybe know a little bit more about what these little smaller features are. I'm not finding anything else associated. No bone, no flakes. Just a shallow, I shouldn't say shallow, you can see we're pretty deep here. But yep, just thought I'd show you what I'm doing here. Again, I'm just kind of picking through. Looking for little pieces of whole charcoal. You can see it's down in there. Okay, just wanted to give you a view of that. Alright, well, losing daylight. Gonna leave that open overnight, see if it dries out a little bit more. Beautiful evening. Sun is setting. Kind of hear the geese off in the distance. Wouldn't be surprised to see a deer walk up here pretty quick. Probably the same view those people had 2,500 years ago. Alright, I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm going to do this more for documentation than anything. So, right there's where we were digging yesterday. Mark and I found pieces of bannerstone here. He found the other piece here. And I think I was talking about on the video this rock feature. Let me get to the wind to my back. So we are, I would say, right on top of the hill here. And I've dug around this. I'm trying to determine, is there any charcoal associated with it, which there's not. But you can see it's a good size area, hearth. Not sure what it is. There's a shovel for the scale. These two pieces came loose, but it's sandstone. It's like a red sandstone, but it crumbles pretty easily, which makes me think it could have been heated. So we will probably eventually dig this up, but I just wanted to kind of isolate it to get a better view of it. Again, not much associated with it. So that'll give you an idea what we're working with. I'll get back to you. Hey everyone, this is Tom and Mark, and it's Thursday evening, and we came out to, the farmers started to pick the corn in this field, so we came out to backfill the hole where I had that feature. And you know, we can't not turn up a little dirt while we're out here. So we are just kind of expanding out from where we did last week, and take a look at this. Haven't touched it yet, but let's wash that puppy off. Oh man, it's a good looking point too. Look at that.
That's a nice piece.
Man, oh man. Kind of a, don't know what I'd call that. It's got a bevel on this side, so I'm saying more archaic. It's not quite a side notch point. Maybe Kirk type?
Yeah. Looks like it's got a little grinding on the base.
Yeah, just you can feel a little bit of grinding there. Well, that was a surprise. We weren't even necessarily going to do a whole lot of digging. We just wanted to round off that spot that we dug. But yeah, that's a real bonus. Okay, we'll get back to you. Okay, turning out to be a decent night. We are certainly getting into a good area here. So I just shoved the shovel into the ground there, and you can see I'm right on the line where we had been digging on this side of it. Now we've started on this side, but look there. I'm guessing some sort of Adena here. Yeah. Boy, I think Adena. I don't know, or is that lance material?
I think it's a lance.
I wonder.
Just based on what else has come off here.
Yeah. It's a little thick for what I would expect. I mean, they had trouble thinning it there with
where that transition is on the material.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it sure is a nice looking piece. Yeah, look at the difference in the material there. All right. When you're hot, you're hot. We'll get back to you. Okay, well, it was a pretty good evening out there. Mark and I, again, went out to do some measuring and fill in some holes, and we had the sifter with us and threw a little dirt around and really had a good evening. Here's the first piece we found. You can see it's got a little stack right here that they had trouble working off, but nice points. It's got beveling down both sides. Definitely archaic, but I'm not quite sure what I would call that. Maybe a side notch point, a little bit of basal grinding, but regardless, it's a good point. Here's the second one we found. Show you something else interesting. So this is a case of some other points that I've found there, and look at these two. It's pretty interesting. Real similar material, and both of them have that lower grade type of material there at the bottom. Yep, thought that was interesting. We also found this, I don't know what I'm going to want to call this, maybe a polishing stone. Mark and I thought maybe it would resemble the granite celt that we found out there a couple of weeks ago. This one is a little darker. It's got a lot of wear here. There's polish here. No bit. But obviously, you know, context of where it was found, we're sure that was some sort of a tool. That's the other piece of celt that we found out there. Yeah, so, and then this is kind of a look at what we've been finding this year at this year's dig site. Here's the stem lance that we've put back together. Then today I spent a lot of time gluing the banner stone, and I think it'll stay together, but that gives you an idea or a picture of what it looks like and how beat up it is. You can see how the holes definitely line up. Okay, well, we think the best is yet to come out there. We're starting to get into a really good area, and won't be digging this weekend. All of us have a little something to do, but we'll be back out there next weekend. So thanks for tuning in. Till next time, this is Commissioner Tom signing off.